Hi there. I'm Dr. Ron Graham for No Such Thing as a Bully. The last time we spoke, and it was several days ago. I meant to do this a lot sooner, but things come up. You know how it is. We were talking about the future of bullying, and it was a grim future indeed. Where we left off was here. For some bullied kids, school up to this point has been hell on earth. And we know this unless we ignore the news outright. But soon, unless something changes, many schools will become like prison for all their students. That's where we left off. I promised you I have good news, and so I do. I do have good news. We are in the same boat as Ebenezer Scrooge was in Dickens' A Christmas Carol. What kind of good news was that? Wasn't Ebenezer Scrooge that crotchety old guy that never shared with anybody and he got haunted by three spirits? Well, yeah, that's the guy. He was being shown his own bleak future by the spirit of Christmas yet to come, and Scrooge had this to say to that grim spirit. Men's courses will foreshadow certain ends, to which, if persevered in, they must lead. But if the courses be departed from, the ends will change. The ends will change. That's also true here. If we are willing to depart from our present course, the ends will change. If the course changes, where the course ends up changes too. So, how do we change course? Here's 5 things to watch out for, friends. Where's my fingers at? There they are. 5. First of all, learn what bullying actually is. Everyone you know thinks they know what bullying is, and most of them are wrong. In No Such Thing as a Bully, we point out a couple of critical features in bullying. First of all, we have to have repeated action. It's not just a one-time thing. It has to be action committed by somebody with personal power over somebody else, and it has to be designed and intended to hurt. That's the beginning. Learn what it is, know what it is when you see it. Now, if somebody gets beat up at school and it's a one-time thing, it could be assault, and there could be a cause for an arrest, but it might not be bullying, so learn the difference. Secondly, stop pointing fingers, except these. If we see the problem and we do nothing, it's our fault too, as much as anyone's. Thirdly, stop depending on everyone else to solve the problem. Well, if the kid's parents would just get it in gear, if the teachers would pay attention, if there were more police in the hallways, and if. It's not just them. If we see the problem, it can be our fault too. We already know that blaming everybody else isn't working. It's not working! We got to do something that works. So, 4th point. Commit now to lasting change. A change that will affect your own kids. It'll affect your friends. It'll affect you. It'll affect the way you live at home, the way you do business, and everything else around you. Commit to that change. Do it now. And finally, keep in mind, since you have committed to this change, that it begins with you. Be the change you wish to see in the world, says Gandhi. Now, you are going to have to model the behaviors that you expect to take the place of bullying actions and victim responses. Model those behaviors and keep in mind that whenever kids are around, we're always teaching. So, now that you know, future's not so grim. You have a responsibility, though, and let's face it, if we're not part of the solution, we're part of the problem. Now, if you're ready to change course, we're here to help you. No Such Thing as a Bully is here to help you. I'm personally here to help you. Nobody has to make these big, important, lasting changes alone. Drop me a line. I'll get you started. This is Dr. Ron Graham for No Such Thing as a Bully. Cheers.